Hey everybody, how are you? Welcome. Good morning. I am just going to sit for a moment and give some people an opportunity to come in and watch live. And I am broadcasting this now both on TikTok and Instagram every Sunday, every Monday, and every Thursday. 8 p.m. on Monday and Thursday, and 11 a.m. on Sundays, like now. And this is East Coast United States time, New York time. So good morning, good morning. Good morning. I see a couple of people showing up. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're coming on because we've got a good conversation today. I promise you, if you've got moments of stress and anxiety going on in your life, today's going to be a good conversation because we're really going to try and work on disconnecting you from that concept of stress and anxiety. Good morning. Good morning, Diaquilin. How are you? Hey, Adam. What's going on? Good morning. I see some people from TikTok are on right now. So anyway, since people are coming on right now, I'm just not going to stop. I'm going to continue on. Again, I made a post on TikTok yesterday, and I said, what do you want? And I've been reading through the answers over the last 24 hours and stuff like that. And excuse me, I can feel like I'm going to cough. Excuse me. So I have been reading these answers in the last 24 hours. And again, a lot of people have these issues, and we often kind of uniquely try to label our issues. It's so funny. You and somebody else can be having the same issue, and you're like, yeah, I'm feeling like this, I'm feeling like this. And a lot of times, instead of us realizing we're feeling the same, we're like, yeah, but I'm feeling a little worse, I'm feeling a little this. We always want to have ourselves separated from this. But you know what? It all really revolves around kind of two things: anxiety and fear. And I know those can go together, but they really are kind of separate. When I think of fear, when I think of the word fear, the concept fear, what fear is, this is truly something that causes your heart rate, your breathing, like anxiety, to get out of control. But it's causing your mind to spin in a sense where you are being embraced with dark feelings, dark emotions. Fear is that I'm going to get hurt. They're going to get hurt. I'm going to lose you. There is this really very strong point in fear. And anxiety, which again, they do go together, but anxiety is that uncertainty. Anxiety to me is that uncertainty. When you're in a situation and somebody does something and that action is right there, it is complete, and you start panicking and freaking out and being in fear, that's fear. When you're expecting something unknown, that's really, for me, the definition of anxiety is the uncertainty. And that's when we get to that, oh my God, what's going to happen? Oh my God, what are they going to do? Oh my God, what's going to happen? And again, it is fear. It is fear. But those mindsets, we separate all the time. We always think, I'm afraid of this, I'm afraid of this. Oh, this makes me anxious, this makes me anxious. So we look at them as two separate things. And as I said, they really are the same thing. But everything else that you're having, worry, stress, depression in most cases, and I'm not talking about if there is something psychologically wrong with you, or if there is some severe traumatic event that is completely scarring you. But general depression, the news is depressing me, just life is depressing me, that type of depression, all of these things fall into the fear and anxiety realm, right? So when I look at this and I talk to people and I'm trying to understand, is their fear, is their anxiety based on something that has happened or is happening to them, or is it just their own imagination getting the best of them, creating those hypothetical situations, projecting fear and anxiety into the unknown future, things like that. So I really try and find out first off what's happening to a person. Is this something physically happening? Is this something in their mind that's going on that they're creating and manifesting? And in the last 24 hours, just reading all these comments, I kind of came to this conclusion that it really doesn't matter. It gets to a point where it doesn't matter if it's something that is happening or has happened or something that might happen, and you are imaginarily creating that outcome, because inside you, it's the same. That stricken, and I don't want to use the words fear and anxiety right now because I want to find something else that will divine them. It is just this complete debilitating feeling. It is just almost like the end of life. It goes against, here we go. It goes against, it's a feeling that goes against everything that is positive, everything we can feel positive, everything we can think positive, project positive. When we are in those moments, we are completely disconnected. Our mind falls back to this primitive, primordial aspect of thinking. It's we get back to this primitive reptilian type of a mindset, and we can. This is all. It's nothing. It's nothing. Every single thing that we are letting do this to us is as I always say, it's something we're engaging. It's something we're willingly taking part in. It's a choice that we are taking. And it's something or someone we are enabling. And I have to tell you something. So many of you willingly tolerate and enable these type of events and actions and people to be in your life that constantly keeps putting you back to that primitive mindset. And that's what you're doing. You're lowering your vibrational state of existence to some part of the mind that we have ascended beyond, because we know fear and anxiety, we know worry are all manifestations of the exterior world, because we know inside right here, I am safe. Nothing can mess with me here. Nothing can mess with me here. You could punch me, you can cut me, you can kill me, you could do all these things, but in here, I am completely whole. But we let that exterior aspect, because we cling on to this world as if it is all there is and everything it has to offer is all there ever will be. And we get tricked into this mindset that we completely lose sight of ourselves. I tell you all the time, disconnect yourself from what does not serve you. Distance yourself from the people who make you feel this way. Oh, but I can't because it's my husband or wife. So you're telling me you'd rather go home and let your husband beat you. You'd rather go home and live with a wife who is belittling and demeaning and talks down to you constantly. You'd rather tolerate and endure this life because it's created such a habit, or you're just so afraid of being alone that you'll put up and endure with this absolute nonsense. So everything that you are being afraid of, everything that's creating anxiety, everything that's stressing you out, everything that is causing this debilitating depression inside of you is something you are willingly engaging. Physically, mentally, spiritually, visually, audibly. You're touching it, tasting it, smoking it, sleeping with it, working for it, engaging with it, hanging out with it, viewing it, scrolling through it, watching it, eating it, all of these things that are making you feel bad. You feel bad are now inside of you. And this is the most important part of this conversation, because I don't want you to think of these labels anymore. I don't want you to think of fear and anxiety anymore. I don't even want you to think about happy and joy. I want you to think about levels of vibrational existence, right? Your levels, we evolve. We've come from the little pollywog, and, we learn to crawl, we learn to walk, we learn to stand upright, we learn to read and write, right? We've created technology that is evolving past us, but let's not get into that right now. So we're on this path of evolution. So humans are here now, and we'll die, and our spirits will go on and evolve to something else. We're constantly evolving, constantly transcending, constantly changing, right? Where? Your energy. Your energy. Now, this is the part I said listen to. So all of these things that you are letting affect you are literally altering your energy, and or it is manifesting foreign energy around you. If you're born into this world, you're this beautiful, imagine it with me, you're this, let's just create it right now. You're this beautiful, blissful ball of blue and white energy, and you are just humming and buzzing in perfection. And now you are connecting to this body. And all this body is doing now is letting all of these things lower its vibrational state. You're eating bad foods, you're watching bad shit, you're scrolling through bad stuff, you're putting so much of your faith and trust faith and trust into edited religions and enslaving, dividing governments. That's what we're putting our faith into. We're embracing this monetary society where we're getting up every single way, every day, turning a hamster wheel. And we constantly believe this is our life. And you've got this conflict inside of you, my friend, that you are constantly, every single day engaging. And that's causing the fear and anxiety. And what this entire battle is that light inside of you, that energy of awareness, is trying to break through your damaged, egotistical, ignorant, arrogant, let's be honest, egos and wants and needs. And this awareness, this light inside, is being suffocated by us shoveling garbage and shit down our throats, by feeding ourselves garbage. I'm not speaking personally. For the most part, I do falter. I don't eat meat or anything like that, but I'll eat ice cream and cookies and things with sugar. That's my weakness. But we pile, the concept of soda and fast food is just insane. The fact that we know we can put better foods into our body, but we go into the supermarket and just willingly buy the foods that we love how they taste. And if you actually read the ingredients these days, you'd realize that you're basically in some sense eating about 70% edible cardboard or plastic that's got a little bit of food and flavor in it and coloring. And I'm not shitting you. Edible cardboard and plastic is what you're basically eating. Think about these cookies and your macaroni and cheese and stuff like that. It's complete garbage. So this light inside of you is being debilitated, squished down, pressed out, dimmed out by the food you're eating, the chemicals you're putting into the body, the things you're reading, the people you're associating with, the world you're focusing on. Big time. Big time. Because the world you're focusing on is all of that stuff, the people, the food, and all of those things in one nutshell. And every day, I tell you this. It doesn't matter how many books you read. It doesn't matter how many teachers you listen to, how many courses you take. That is providing you with information, ways, while you are financially supporting somebody else, mind you, but you are taking in more information. You already know. You don't even need any of those things. You know why? Because when you wake up in the morning, inside of you, there's something going, oh man, I really do want to start exercising. I really do want to eat better. Oh, I really do want to find a really good boyfriend or girlfriend. I want to meet that right person. But instead of doing the complete opposite of what you have always been doing, you get up and you go on with your physical, mental, and spiritual routine. And when I do this spiritual, I say this because most of you really don't spend the time every day sitting in meditation, taking that time to reflect on all of these things that I'm saying within yourself. Your own world, what you have been perceiving and experiencing, my friends. So to go to the top of this conversation, fear and anxiety is completely an illusion. It doesn't even exist. It's only something you are enabling to happen by what you are partaking in or by what you are not doing, by what you are hearing within. Here's the word of the day, surrender. Surrender. When I say drop to your knees and surrender, I don't mean, oh, Hallmark God, please save me and pave the way for my miracle. I mean surrender, drop to your knees and realize that connection, that light, that energy, that awareness, that existence, that power is inside of you, and every single one of you can right now today say, you know what, he's right, that's enough. I'm not going to eat that. I'm not going to hang out with them. I'm going to block that. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to unfollow that. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to sleep with them. I'm going to get a better job. I'm going to start looking around my house and getting rid of this clutter and all this shit that's making me feel chaotic. I'm going to stop spending money on all these little things that are going to decay and ruin this planet when I drop dead and can't take them with me. And you're going to focus on your life. I always tell people, they say, are you a minimalist? you know, to a degree. I am in a sense. I only get things. I have things that I truly need to function in this world, and then I have my one outlet to serve that little boy, that ego, that thing, and it's like Star Wars, and I collect Star Wars stuff if you really want to know, and I also do this for my children as well. But I'm no excuses. I'm a very big Star Wars fan, and there are aspects of it, you know, not the political stuff. Again, I love the whole the Force. The Jedis, that whole way of life. You know, we are connected to everything. There is a force that binds everything together. We are connected to this energy. If we surrender to it and we learn to be disciplined, we can connect with it and move with it and flow with it. What the hell's not to love, right? So I collect some of these things, and they serve. It's almost, I'd say it brings me joy, but it kind of, it's a visual aid that kind of always guides me back to that thing that I was when I was a child that led me to the man I am today. So I surround myself with the things that inspire me to try to be my best. I try to have the visual aids around me that remind me of what are the things that bring the best energy out of me. I try to eat the foods that make me feel as best as I can, as physically as healthy as I can. I'm 53 years old. I definitely want to live for as long as I possibly can. You know, there's things I want to see happen and change in the world, and I hope I get to see them. And if not, okay, I guess maybe next round. But my point with today's conversation, my friends, is all the fear and anxiety, all the stress going on in your life, all this worry, all this uncertainty, all this sadness, all this loneliness. It's because you're comparing yourself to what other people have. You're serving a false identity of the exterior world. You're looking at everything else around you, and you're letting it dictate your emotions and your thoughts, and you're letting yourself, that energy get cut off because you've created this false identity to where you think you are this thing in the mirror. And if you really do surrender to it, if you really do drop to your knees and really do just truly listen to that calling and path that is inside of you, then as I always say, life, the universe will just unfold before you beautifully, man. Beautifully. I made a video the other day on TikTok. I think I shared it on Instagram that said your life is perfect. Even if you disagree with this right now, your life is perfect. You may be in a shitty position in life. Life may suck right now, but it's perfect because it is based on every single decision that you have made or what you have allowed to happen into your life. And the universe is perfect, my friend. It gives you and serves you exactly what you are choosing to embrace and accept. End of story, man. So if your life sucks, then if you don't like this version of perfection, then you need to make the changes physically, mentally, spiritually. And when I say physically, I just don't mean your body. I mean, get away from me, go away. I'm not talking to you. You need to make these changes, man, because if you want a better life, then the choices you make are going to be what creates and manifests that life. If you believe you have that power to do those things, then you will be able to do that because you are doing it. It's the first thing I tell people. Look, I made a video yesterday, how to manifest in your reality. You already are. You are all masters at manifesting into your reality. What you don't realize is that creation gets based on what you are seeing, thinking, feeling, tasting, touching, thinking inside, and projecting out. And that is the reality you're living in. You're creating it. So change your mind, change your choices. Change your choices, watch your world change. It's really simple. You know, I used to, when I was my knee hurts. When I was a teenager, I'd say my teenager into my 20s, into my 20s, that just totally distracted me. I was sitting in that position on my knee, and it just kind of totally locked up on me. I never used to really worry when I was a teenager. I never used to let myself get consumed with worry and fear, because I knew that those emotions, those thoughts, that way of thinking out of anything is the most debilitating. Little example here. You need to pay a bill. You don't have the money to pay the bill. Is freaking out, stressing about it, panicking, creating the most horrific, hypothetical, imaginative scenarios based on that the best way to go? Is that going to resolve that issue for you? Is it going to make you not being able to pay your bill any better? You have a bad relationship, is enduring that relationship and tolerating it and screaming inside and cursing at yourself and arguing and debating all the time and banging heads and being in distrust gonna be what you're gonna keep on doing to yourself? Do you see what I'm telling you here? So again, you've got this power by the choices you're making. So let's do something right now. Let's together sit. Let's empty out a little bit of this nonsense and this garbage we got inside. Let's see if I can help you realign yourself a little bit with that beautiful piece of light that is buzzing deep down inside of you someplace. And maybe this conversation will be the one that just kind of inspires you to dig down and get your own motivation. I can't motivate you, my friend. No human being can motivate you. Another person can only inspire you to find your own motivation. You know what you love. You know what you like. You know that thing inside of you is telling you every single day what to do. Stop resisting. Stop resisting and just surrender to it. Wake up tomorrow and say, that's it. This is the new day. That thing inside of me is telling me, don't pick up my phone. I'm not going to pick up my phone. I'm going to stand up and put my arms up and stretch and just feel this moment and breathe in and wake up slowly. I mean, you have so many amazing choices that you can make. I hear so much, I don't have the time, and you have so much time. You just waste so much time and you focus so much time on these trivial things to distract yourself from that voice inside. So surrender. Let's surrender. Okay? Here we go. Let's do that. All right. So, comfortable position, please. And if you can breathe in through your nose comfortably, that's perfect. If you can breathe out of your mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhaling out the mouth is perfect. If you can't, if you have deviated septums, you're clogged, you're congested, whatever it is, comfortably. Breathe in and out comfortably, whether it's through your mouth and out through your mouth, your nose, whatever it is. When we're sitting here and on eyes closed, this is one of the most important things I can tell you, and it drives me nuts. Everybody thinks you have to sit like this in meditation and don't move. I'm not going to move. I can't have any thoughts. I'm just going to sit here and breathe. And, oh my God, I got to itch. Don't do that to yourself. If you got to itch. If your butt itches, wiggle it. If you got to scratch, just do it. Because I don't want you to create, again, that resistance, that anxiety inside of you, that distraction. You itch. I do it all the time. Has nothing to do with what's going on inside of you. And as you keep on doing this, you'll see. You'll just start to sit. I'm very still when I meditate. Sometimes people don't even, they think I've paused the camera or something because I'm just very still. And I like that. I like that stillness. That for me is one of the things I focus on. So the breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth if you can comfortably, and focusing on the position, the feeling of the body, how you are sitting. And when I'm doing this, don't close your eyes yet. When I'm sitting like this, it doesn't matter what my hands are doing, it doesn't matter. If I'm just sitting like this, I can right now from my toes, the bottom of my feet, to my ears, the top of my head, my elbows, my shoulders, I can feel my entire body at once as one whole unit. And I do that scan, and as soon as I do that, I feel this energy overcome my body. I start to feel my head tingle and my crown tingle. So focus on those things. You're going to be breathing in right to the center of the chest, relaxing into that breath for a moment, releasing the breath out, relaxing for a moment, and we're going to be feeling our whole body, and I'm going to guide you someplace really, really good right now. Even if you haven't meditated before, I promise you, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So get yourself nice and comfy. Itch, real itch. All right, real itch. And even if you have a blanket, I tell people sometimes, if you have a blanket or something you like to wrap yourself with, I'm not going to do it right now because I'm just not in that mood. But you can always also take something like this and kind of just hold it over yourself, creating this kind of a cocoon, snugged in feeling. So don't be afraid to wrap yourself in a blanket, get completely comfortable, and a nice deep breath in through the nose into the center of the chest with me. And on that breath in, close your eyes. And relax your body into that breath. Let your shoulders settle down. Your stomach muscles relax. Relax your neck slightly, your back, your spine, your hips. And bring that breath up from the belly and right out. Stay there for a moment. And cycle back in through the nose. Rest into that breath for a moment. Again, relaxing your body, letting it sink even deeper. Let your hands and your arms, your elbows, everything just drop and relax. And bring that breath out. Rest. And breathe in again. As I said before, listen to the sounds around you. Don't hear them individually. If there are no sounds in the room, listen to the air. Listen to the frequencies you can hear. Let every sound around you just become one sound. Focusing on your breath as you're breathing in, resting into that breath, letting the breath out and resting. Keep that cycle focused. And as I mentioned, right now as you're sitting, your body, your skin, if you think about your big toe, you can feel your big toes. You can sense them. You can feel the skin on the bottom of your big toe without even touching it. If we go to the elbows, you can literally feel and sense every aspect of your elbow. You can feel the tightness of the skin, the texture. If we go to your spine, from your butt to your head, you can feel your entire spine right in the center of your back, connected right up into your mind. Take a deep breath in. As you rest into this breath, scan and sense every part of your body and feel them all at once. Feel the top of your mind, the skin around your forehead, your temples start to tighten and tingle as you become aware of your entire vessel as one unit. You're focusing on your breath. You are aware of the energy around your body and inside your mind's eye. This entire time, you have been visually focusing on the nothingness of the mind's eye. In here, you have the power to see and reflect on every moment of your life, because right now you are none of those things you identify with. You are breathing into this beautiful energy of awareness. There is nothing else, just this, our most safe, sacred space within. Take a deep breath in. Just relax into that moment. Any thoughts that surface into the mind, see what they are trying to show you. Do not become emotionally attached to them. Just observe the event. Observe the event as the outsider. Feel the energy of your body vibrating around you. Hear the energy in the room. Feel your mind being activated. And take a deep breath, this time focused into the center of your mind. Drawing that breath right into the top of the crown. Relax. And exhale. Again, bringing the breath right into the center of the forehead, right into the top of the mind. Draw the breath in. You can feel your scalp tightening, tingling. Release the breath. One more breath in to the top of the mind. Completely clear and free. You choose your life. You create your reality. As you release the breath, let your body relax back down again. Redirecting the breath into your throat. Gently pull the breath in and feel it in your throat, relaxing the muscles and tension in your throat. Enabling you to communicate with patience and kindness. No resistance, no coarse language, just relax. Again, breathe into the throat. Relax and exhale. Redirect the breath to your heart space, where you hold on to all of those human emotions, all of those events and actions, where you identify with all of that. Breathe deep into your heart. And on the exhale, let that weight and pressure go. Breathe into the heart space again. And relax. And one more breath in. And for a moment, breathe with me on your own, observing, reflecting, feeling, and sensing, all from within. Take a deep, focused breath into the center of your chest and bring your spine into an upright position, lifting your back, lifting your shoulders, lifting your neck and head. Release the breath. Take another breath in. Move your toes, move your fingers. Gently turn your head to the left and the right, back to center. Release the breath. One more breath in. And on the exhale, slowly at your own, open your eyes, please. That was interesting. When we were sitting in silence, thank you, first of all, for joining me in on it. When we were sitting in silence, I had this really beautiful, like golden light coming from the left side of me. And I was tempted to open my eyes, and I didn't, but that's why I just looked that way. I thought maybe the sunlight, which would be way too early because the sun rises that way, I thought maybe the sunlight or something was coming through the window, but nope, that was within. So anyway, listen. To cap off today's conversation, everything you're choosing and enabling and allowing in your life by way of choice is what's creating and manifesting the reality before you. Whether that is good things or bad things, it's all up to you. It's all up to you. Your life is absolutely perfect right now. You are exactly where you're supposed to be based on every single choice that you have made. Whether you let the past events and actions be what define you, inhibit you, or move you forward, again, are the choices that you get to make. But none of these things, everything you're experiencing, are only experiences. None of them define you. You are that beautiful awareness inside that is just experiencing and observing this reality. Surrender to that truth, listen to that voice, and every single day, close your eyes. Take the time to go within. I mean, I'll be here 3 nights a week live to do this, and I post every single day. So, you know, filter your reality. Find those pages to follow that resonate the truth that you are trying to live. All right? See, Adam, love getting lost within with you. Oh, man, dude. And you know what, Adam? I just wanted to say something. I always want to stay longer. Like when I kind of end it, when I say, you know, bring your awareness to my breath or take a deep breath in, I get to a point where right there, I either got to come out of it or we're going to be sitting here for another 30 minutes just in silence. And I love it, man, because, you know, you've been doing this with me for a while, so you know the hand technique, you know what ways to engage the third eye and stuff like that. So I love it, man. I can stay in there. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let me just scroll back real quick. I don't know if anybody asked any questions here. Lacking purpose is tough. Lacking purpose is, oh, there's a lot of purpose. What's your purpose? Your purpose, truly, your purpose. Don't, again, there you go. Labeling a reason and an identity. I have to have a purpose to exist. No, you don't. You were born in this world to experience this reality. That's your purpose. You're living your purpose. Stop looking in the exterior world for who or what you are supposed to be. All of these things are man-made jobs, events, and actions. You are already, your purpose already is. Surrender to that truth. That's kind of the whole point of that. So I'm glad I saw that. Let's see. Positive vibes, thank you. Have a hard time doing that part, sir. If you're having a hard time focusing on positive things, then stop focusing on negative things and do the opposite. Look at more things that bring you joy. Flowers, mountains. Make sure you follow pages that inspire you. Put on music, dance, sing, get out into whatever it is that makes you happy. Do that and don't care what anybody else says about that. You are welcome. The ringing in your ears, if you get that, if you hear that, like right now, this whole time we've been talking, my clairaudience is kicking in big time. If you're hearing and feeling those frequencies, those vibrations, if you're hearing those harmonics, then you know, you really got to surrender, because those are some serious intuitive abilities that you are denying. I'm going to get to Instagram and see if anybody's got something to say today. You are welcome. You are welcome. Please advise on how to cope with manipulative people. If you have somebody in your life who's manipulating you and you are aware of the fact that they are manipulating you, you literally look at them and say, you are manipulating me. I'm not going to let it happen anymore. The answer is no. The answer is no. The answer is no. Whatever answer you need to give them to let them know that's not going to happen anymore. And if they keep on doing it, you find a way to get the hell away from them. You distance yourself from them. You move away from them. You distract yourself, not distract yourself. You already are distracting yourself because you're enabling this to continue. So you tell them no more. If somebody's manipulating you, the only person who is going to make you stand up in your life and face this and stop this is you. Nobody else is going to get between you and that other person and say, stop manipulating them. They're going to go, get out of my way. It's none of your business. It's your business. If this is a guy or woman, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, or whatever it is, just tell them that's it. No more. No more. And whatever you've been saying yes to that is manipulative, say no to. Let them do it. Let them do it themselves. Okay, so there we go. Anything over here? Resistance, surrender. Absolutely. One thing at a time. Edible cardboard. I figured you'd like that, man. Yeah, it's I just love that we're all connected right now. Adam had just said, and that to me is the most incredible thing. It gets messy. It does get messy. Listen. It does get messy. I'm not sitting here saying it's going to be honest. If you've got somebody who is dominating you in your life, who is being the overbearing person, who's manipulating you, and you're finally that little squeaky mouse who's about to stand up to the big bad elephant or lion, it's not going to be easy. But trust me, you have protection. There are ways for you to be protected. You can put things into place. First of all, if this person is abusive and things like that, then make sure that you have people there with you who can protect you when you are standing up for yourself. Make sure you got your bags packed so you can get the hell out of here and have someplace to go. If the person is abusive and manipulating you, then call the goddamn police and have them arrested. Do not tolerate it. And I don't even know if you're a guy or a woman right now, but this is the last thing I'm going to say right now. If you've got somebody in your life who is belittling you, demeaning you, breaking you down, threatening you, and hurting you, and they are aware of it, and they are not willing to do anything to change themselves or get help, then get the hell away from them. You do not deserve to be living your life like this. You are going to come to a point in your life one day where you are going to fall down. It is going to be your last breath. And you want to love and embrace this life so much, my friend, that your last words and your last thoughts are just gratitude and the word thank you. And you can fade away. You do not want to lay there in fear and regret. You do not want to be clutching your chest, taking your last breath, thinking of the life that you could have lived. You are here now, so live the life that you dream of and hope of. And if there is anything that I can possibly do to help you, aside from getting in my car and driving someplace and knocking somebody's teeth down their throat for you, just send me a private message, and I will do everything I can do to talk with you, meditate with you, connect with you. And I will pray with you, and I will do everything I can do to find the right words to give you that strength to go within and surrender to your truth. Because the only person who's ever going to change your life, like I said, it doesn't matter what we say, what you read, what you hear and do. It's you, the choices you make. So please, my friend, make those choices based on loving yourself. I don't even know you, and I swear to God, I absolutely love you. All right, go before I start crying and stuff like that. Have a good day. I'll see y'all tomorrow night, Monday night, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. And tomorrow night, we're going to be talking about the last thing I wanted to talk about on my TikTok channel before I got locked out of it and I had to start the new one was, do extraterrestrials exist? Because I've got some absolutely phenomenal real life stories, and we are almost at September 16th, the 5-year anniversary of the most incredible thing I have ever experienced in my life. We're almost there, man. 5-year anniversary of September 16th. Join in tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, and we'll talk about it. Other than that, get out of here and go live your life, my friends. I'll see you soon. TikTok, you're out of here first. Bye-bye.